Transported to another world, you're given the choice of one skill to survive. What would you pick? By sheer luck, Uncle ended up selecting the translation skill, allowing him to communicate with any spirit. This ability eventually propelled him to the peak of success. However, when he first arrived in this strange new world, he was mistaken for a talking beast man and sold off. The gut-wrenching part? He was valued at just 3 copper coins. In the shopkeeper's eyes, he was nothing more than a dying creature. Not wanting to return empty-handed, the merchant party then sold a dirty brush they had picked up along the way. Although the shopkeeper complained about its grimy condition, he still offered 120 copper coins for it. Seriously, Uncle, how cheap were you compared to that brush? With his hands bound, Uncle was locked in a cage beneath the exhibition shop. Suddenly, in the recalled scene, Uncle begins talking to himself. Kawana and Fuyuko initially fear he has lost his mind from the torment. But that wasn't the case. To keep his sanity, Uncle was chatting and laughing with a sliver of moonlight peeking through a crack in the ceiling. Though his topics were all about games, they were his mental sustenance. Then, he heard laughter coming directly from that beam of light. Following the cues, he chanted an ancient incantation and slowly approached the light, eventually reaching out and grasping it. What happened next was beyond belief. Uncle snapped the beam of light with his bare hands. Not only that, it transformed into a sword of light, the first magic he ever wielded, enabling his escape. It turned out he had been conversing with a light spirit. That's when Fuyuko realizes Uncle's ability to talk with spirits stems from that god-tier translation skill granted at the start. Perhaps this is the secret behind his overwhelmingly powerful magic. Returning to the other world, Uncle used the sword of light to escape the underground. Along the way, his compassionate nature led him to free the small magical creatures trapped down there. One even hopped affectionately onto his shoulder, making Fuyuko and Kawana gush over its cuteness, only to be horrified the next second when it went for his jugular. After driving it away, Uncle turned to find a horde of magical beasts emerging from the dungeon, staring menacingly. They attacked not only him but also the shopkeeper, who had come out to investigate the noise. At this critical moment, Uncle recalled scenes from the games he had played, and then he unleashed his power. The rescued shopkeeper was immensely grateful, though by then Uncle resembled a monster more than the actual creatures. Using spirit magic, he teleported the shopkeeper to safety. With the obstacle gone, Uncle prepared for an all-out battle against the ravenous horde. He fought them through the entire night, ultimately annihilating every last one. He even cooked and ate some to satisfy his hunger. Before leaving, to show gratitude for the blood and flesh the creatures provided, Uncle built a grave for them.